This is not just a toy. This is a survivor from the 1950s. What you are looking at is an original JOUSTRA tin toy truck, abandoned for decades, slowly consumed by rust and time. Once brightly painted and proudly rolling across living room floors, it now exists as a fragile, corroded shell. Before any restoration begins, the condition is carefully examined. The paint is almost completely gone. Rust has spread across the body panels. The wheels are seized, the axle is barely moved, and years of moisture have weakened the thin stamped metal. This toy was never meant to survive this long. Made from simple tin with no rust protection, it was built for play, not preservation. And yet, after more than 70 years, it is still here. The restoration begins with careful disassembly. Every screw is loosened slowly. Penetrating oil is used to avoid snapping aged metal. Nothing is forced. Each part is separated and saved: body, chassis, wheels, axles, and even the smallest clips. This is not demolition. This is recovery. With the truck fully dismantled, the real battle begins: rust removal. Loose corrosion is removed using soft wire brushes and fine abrasive tools. The metal is thin, so heavy grinding is avoided. The goal is to stop decay, not erase history. Every pass is gentle, controlled, and patient. Once mechanical cleaning is complete, the parts are treated with a rust neutralizer. This process converts active rust into a stable surface, preventing further corrosion. The metal is left to cure completely before moving forward. Next comes metal repair. Years of oxidation have eaten through edges and corners. Small holes are reinforced from behind using thin sheet metal, shaped carefully by hand. These repairs are kept minimal, preserving the original shape and proportions of the toy. Nothing is redesigned, nothing is modernized. The character remains untouched. After repairs, the surfaces are gradually smoothed through multiple sanding stages. Rough grit removes sharp corrosion scars, while finer grits prepare the metal for paint. Factory imperfections are intentionally preserved because they are part of the toy's identity. The next step is priming. A thin coat of metal primer is applied to seal the surface and protect it from future rust. As the rusted brown disappears under neutral gray, the truck begins to feel alive again. Now comes color restoration. JOUSTRA trucks from the 1950s were known for bold, simple colors. Based on remaining paint traces and historical references, the original color scheme is carefully recreated. Accuracy matters more than brightness. Paint is applied in multiple light coats. Each layer is allowed to dry fully before the next. This prevents runs and preserves fine details. The finish remains thin, just like it would have been from the factory. While the body cures, attention turns to the wheels and mechanical parts. Axles are cleaned and straightened. Wheels are de-rusted, repainted, and carefully aligned. Moving parts are lightly lubricated, just enough to restore motion without removing the vintage feel. The goal is not perfection. The goal is authenticity. Original decals, if salvageable, are cleaned and sealed. If reproduction is required, they are recreated to match original size, color, and typography. Nothing exaggerated, nothing modern. Finally, reassembly begins. Piece by piece, the truck comes back together. The chassis supports the body once again. The wheels turn freely. The proportions feel right, exactly as they did decades ago. Each screw is tightened by hand, no power tools, no pressure on old metal. A light protective clear coat is applied to preserve the paint while keeping a soft, period-correct finish. Not glossy, not artificial, just enough to protect what has been rebuilt. And now, the restoration is complete. Once abandoned, once forgotten, now revived. This JOUSTRA toy truck will never be new again, and it should not be. Restoration is not about erasing age. It is about respecting it. Every scratch, every imperfection, every careful repair tells a story. This toy has passed through generations, survived time, and returned with its history intact. Not as scrap, not as decoration, but as a preserved piece of the past.